Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. For this tutorial I'm going to show you a ring design that is similar to my elegant beaded earrings. I have a tutorial for this, you haven't seen it yet. And the difference between them is that the earrings are double-sided and they're made with very small beads. And the ring is one-sided and it's made with larger beads. This ring is made with four 4mm faceted rounds on the top and four 4mm pearls. The ring that I'm going to be making in the tutorial is using four 5mm bicones and four 6mm gemstone beads. So you can use 4mm and 5 and 6, but because this is done with 4, it's a much smaller ring. So if you're going to be doing it with 5 and 6, it's going to be a larger ring. I'll show you the difference between the two at the end. The materials needed for this ring will be 30 inches of 8-pound or 10-pound test fishing line, 4 6/0 sea beads, these, 4 5mm glass bicones, you can use crystals if you have them, and 4 6mm round beads. I'm also using 11/0 seed beads in two colors. This here is going to be for the top of my ring, and this is the band for later on. So this I'm going to be doing first in the tutorial. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is pick up 4 seed beads and cross through the last one added. Put your ends together and bring this bead down like that. And then with my right hand, my dominating hand, I'm going to pick up a bicone, my red string, a seed bead, 11/0 seed bead, my gemstone bead here, the round one, 11/0 seed bead, and my bicone. And we'll cross into that. Just like this. I'm going to attach my work down here with a needle so you can better see what I'm doing. Both of my strings are exiting out of my bicone here. I'm going to take my red string on my left hand and go up through this 11/0 seed bead right here. And then I'm going to take my right string, pick up an 11/0, my round bead, an 11/0, and my bicone. And cross through that. Pull it down like this. I'm going to take my black string now and go through this 11/0 seed bead right here. I'm going to take my right string, the red one, and I'm going to pick up an 11/0 seed bead, a round bead, an 11/0 seed bead, and then I'm going to pick up my bicone and cross through that. Just like this. Now I'm going to take my right string, or my red string, in my right hand, and it's exiting out of this bicone right here, going this way. I'm going to take it and go through this seed bead that's poking out, and I'm also going to go through the bicone, just the bicone, just like this. So now my strings are exiting out the bicone, one on this side and one on that side. I'm going to pick up an 11/0 seed bead on each string and cross through my 6mm round. Pull your strings and it should look like that. Now I'm going to take my strings and see which one's longer, because one's going to be like 1.5 inches longer, my black one, and I'm going to pick up an 11/0, a 6/0, and 11 aught. And I'm going to take my needle out because it might be hard to do this. I'm going to take my string, my black string, and I'm going to go skip through these two seed beads right here, and I'm going to go through this 6mm bead. Just like that. I pull my other string tight. Now we have this. I'm going to take my black string again and pick up an 11, a 6, and 11. And go through this green bead right here. Just like that. Now I'm going to swap to my other string, my red, pick up an 11 aught, a 6, and 11, and go through this green bead right here. I'm exiting out this one, I'm going through this one. Just like that. Now, there's actually two different ways you can have this ring. You can pick up 11 aught on each string and then cross through the 6. That's what I'm going to do. Or you can take, like, see which one's longer. My black one's longer. Take your black one, pick up a 11 aught, a 6 aught, and then 11 aught, and go through this green bead right here. So one string will be exiting down this way, and this one will be staying in this direction. And then when you put your ring on, it will be square, kind of like this ring here. It'll be square, but I'm going to make it look like a diamond shape, like that. So you can make it a diamond shape or square. It's up to you. I'm going to pick up an 11 on each side and cross through my 6. Bring that down. And now here is the top of our ring. We are now ready to add the band. Okay, I'm going to be doing this color here first on my band, and then once the band can go over my finger, I will take and do my second color of seed beads. They match my bicones here. So the first thing I'm going to do is take each string and pick up 3 seed beads on my black string. Hold that one seed bead out because I'm going to go through it, and pick up 2 seed beads on my left red. Cross through the third bead added on my black string like this and bring that down. And now for the rest of the band, I'm going to pick up 1 seed bead on each string and then pick up another seed bead and cross through that. Do it again. 1 seed bead on each string and pick up another seed bead and cross through that. One seed bead each string, pick up another and cross through that. I'll do it one more time. 1 on each string, pick up another one and cross through that. Now keep going till you get to a band size that will fit the ring, the finger that you want to wear this ring on. I kept on going and I'm to this now, so I'm going to see if it fits my finger. And it does. So I now have to match this side where I was doing the beginning of the band, and I had 2 seed beads on the sides here of the 6/0. So I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads on each string, slide them down. I'm going to hold one string in my hand, and then I'm going to take the other string and go through this 6/0 seed bead. Like this. Then I'm going to take my other string and go through this 6/0 seed bead in the opposite direction. And now here is our band. So now we have to add in the blue seed beads. I'm going to take each of my strings. I'm going to take one first and go through the 2 seed beads right here that we just added. Pull my string out just like this, and I'm going to do it to this side. Go through these 2 seed beads right here. Just like that, and tighten my ring up. And now we are ready to add our second color of 11/0 seed beads. I'm now going to take one of my strings, I'm going to do my black, and pick up a seed bead. And then I'm going to run my string through the first bead right here. And that fills in my gap. And I'm going to do it again. Pick up another seed bead. And put it right here. Go through one seed bead, like that. I'm going to do this until I get all the way to the other side of my ring. Picking up one seed bead, going through one of these here, picking up another, going through this one. I'll do it 2 more times. Go through this one, pick up another, go through the next. Every time you pick up one seed bead, you're just going to go through another seed bead, and then pick up a seed bead and go through the next. You have to do the same on this side that I just did on this side, and when we get to this side over here, I'll show you what to do next. I kept on going around, and this is what my ring looks like. So I have one seed bead to put in on this side and one on that side. So I'm going to take one of my strings, pick up one seed bead, and instead of going through one, I'm going to go through these 2 right here. I was only able to go through one, so now I'm going to go through the second, just like this. I'm going to take my right string and go through this black, or through this purple 6/0 seed bead, and I'm going to take my red string, pick up my very last seed bead, and I'm going to fill in the space here. Go through both of these seed beads in my band, and then go down just like that. And when I pull my strings, it tightens up my band and it looks like this. So now we have to tie knots. I'm going to take one of my strings now and go from underneath my ring and go up and try to exit out right here. Can you see that? So in this little triangle place. Pull my string up just a little bit. I'm going to go through my loop twice and do a half hitch knot. Then I'm going to get my knot where I want it to land, right here, and pull it down. I'm going to pull my knot towards my 6/0 seed bead so I can go through the next. So now I'm going to go through this 11/0. I'm not going to tie a knot here, because my gemstone bead has such a small hole. It's actually smaller than my 6/C bead. So I'm going to go through this bead, my gemstone bead. It's stuck. Told you it had a small hole. Alright, there it is. And I'm going to go through this 11/0, not the 6/0, and tie a knot here. And go from underneath, just like that. Pull my string out some so I have a little loop, and go through my loop twice. Take my knot where I want it to fall, right there is good. Pull it down. I'm going to go through my 6/0 and pull that knot through my 6/0. And now I'm going to go through this C bead here, through this bead, and tie a knot inside of my 6/C bead. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3 knots on each string. So do it to this one here. Do your last knot here. You might want to run up through some of these beads here so your knot doesn't open up, because if you cut your string, add a knot, it will open up. It always will. So don't do that. Go through a couple beads after you tie your knot on this side down here. And then after that, take this string and tie a knot here, like we did in that side. Go through this C bead, go through this one, go through this one, tie a knot here, go through this C bead, through this one, tie a knot here, and then weave it back through your ring. Do not take thread paths that have not been taken yet, so follow your old thread paths. And what I mean by that is, when you go through this bead and you tie a knot and you exit out, okay, I'm going to take, for instance, this string is going this way. You're going to tie a knot here and it's going to be passing through this 6/C bead. Do not go through this 11/C bead right here. Go through this 11/, the green one, this 11/, then through the bicone, and then you could go through 11/, here and down this one, and then cut your string there. Don't follow thread paths that haven't been made yet. Follow the same thread paths that you have already made. Alright, so these are the rings in the 2 different sizes. Remember, this was with 4mm faceted rounds, and then 4mm pearls, then 5mm bicones, and 6mm rounds, and that is the size difference right there. This one's just a tad bit bigger. I don't know about doing 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. That might be really huge. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much. And I will continue to make more videos for you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.